So for this design, I'm using a global split cake in Amazon green and the Silly Farm Big Drop brush. And I'm just picking up that dark green on the outside edge and then the lighter green in the middle. Now, the easiest way to paint the snake's body is to break it down into sections. As you get more confident with it, you can of course, do it in one fluid stroke. But if you start with just by doing the bit over the eyebrow first, it's much easier. So for this very first stroke, you want the darkest green on the top edge of your line, and it's going to curve around the eyebrow and then go round into a point as you hit the top of the cheekbone. For the middle section of the body, you want to flip your brush over so the lightest colour is on the top and just link this round until it connects into the bottom part. And then for the head, you want to flip your brush over again, so this time the darkest green is on the top, and just connect this round into the neck and try and make a little nose as well. Next, I'm going to add a black outline, and this is completely optional because the colours that are in the global split cakes are so strong you don't necessarily need to outline them, but I'm just using a liner brush which is very, very thin, so it's almost impossible to get sort of a thick line. The only problem with this brush is it does take some practice because the bristles are so long, it's a little bit difficult to control it. Still with the black paint and the same brush, I added in a thin pointy tongue and the snake's eyes. And then I added 2 little dots for his nostrils, and I painted in a few lines going across his belly for a bit more detail. The second optional step you can do is to add another outline, this time in white. Now, if you've got a big queue, you don't need to do this. If you've got a lot of time, it really does make everything stand out. To keep your white nice and solid and bright and stop any of that black getting mixed in, you need to make sure you're painting the line next to the black outline and not overlapping it. Add in a couple of little white highlights on the eyes. And then you want to switch over to a different brush. I'm using the Loew Cornell number 2, and I'm just painting a few little dots around the outside edge, and this is to give it sort of that graffiti style. If you have a stencil that will do this for you, by all means go ahead, but I just wanted to show you can do it with just a brush. And then lastly, I'm just picking up that middle green colour from the same split cake and painting in a few little spots running down his back.